Welcome to the Positive Productivity Podcast, episode number 95.
Welcome to Positive Productivity Podcast, where we empower our audience to achieve and appreciate personal and professional success, especially in the face of adversity. Listen in as our guests reveal their stories of challenges and hurdles and how they overcame defeat and became triumphant in their endeavors. Let's get motivated and move forward with your host, Kim Sutton.
Today, I am going to talk to you about the Fugly Blanket. Now, I apologize because I don't really like to cuss on here. So if you know what fugly means, I hope you get a laugh out of this. And I'm really trying not to teach your kids any inappropriate words. So sorry, Mom and Dad, if that's a word that your kids pick up. In episode 93, I shared how my cat Fame just last week had 5 kittens. And at the present moment, Fame and her 5 kittens are sitting in a 30-gallon Rubbermaid bin next to my desk. I also shared with you that the story of that Rubbermaid bin would come up in a future episode, so here it is. I don't know if I've shared in previous episodes that in my spare time, okay, let me get real. In my spare time of the past, I have really enjoyed knitting. In fact, when Dave and I got married in 2012, I knit the dress that I wore to our wedding. Be sure to check out the show notes at thekimsutton.com/pp095 to see a picture of that dress. Anyway, it's been quite a while, 2+ years to be exact, since I've really done any type of knitting or crochet or needlework whatsoever. When the kittens were born, I had Fame in one of those plastic bins that you can store wrapping paper in after Christmas. However, Fame was getting really agitated because of our littles running around the box and our dog Penny circling the box, and she started trying to take the kittens out of that shallow box and put them into some fabric file boxes that I have behind my desk. Now that just wasn't going to work. It occurred to me that I had this 30-gallon bin full of all of my yarn in our bedroom, and much to Dave's dismay, I opened up the bin, poured the contents of it onto our bed, and relocated the cats into this 30-gallon bin. So I can hear you thinking over there, okay, where is this going and how does it apply to business? Well, when I cleaned out the bin, I realized I had a lot of great yarn and I have a lot of ideas. And if I just started piecing them all together, I could make something great. Now, let me tell you, none of these yarns were really meant to go with each other. However, I know that if I knit them together, I can make a very warm, although it's going to be fugly, blanket. In our personal life and also in our professional life, we often start a lot of projects and don't finish them. We have bits and pieces all over the place, and sometimes we just don't know how to piece them together. But when we finally figure it out, it can make something fantastically awesome. Do you like how I'm wrapping this all back around now? I know that when I get this blanket completed, it's going to be something that my kids are constantly fighting over. With the few blankets that I've knitted already, it's hard to know which blanket will wind up on any given night. Usually it just has to do with whoever grabbed it and wrapped up in it first will take one of these blankets to bed. So when I was thinking about it, I realized I have to start doing the same with all the started yet incomplete elements in my personal and professional life as well. You may have already heard me talk about how I have chronic idea disorder and how I'm working on writing that book. Well, that's just another example. I have a lot of great pieces and elements for this book all over the place. There's pieces on my PC, there's pieces on my Mac, and I know that if I just put them all together, it's going to be fantastic. It might be a little bit rough at the seams, and I might need to do some modifications to make it all work. However, in the end, I'm really hoping it's going to be great and it's going to serve the purpose of helping others. Today, I want you to look around and see what you have started that if you just completed it, could help you, could help your family, could help your clients, could help the world at large. Instead of working on 1,000 different things and having nothing completed, just take one today and wrap it up. Or maybe it's not today, maybe it's this week. Take one of your started projects and wrap it up. It might not be so pretty to look at, but trust me, somebody somewhere out there in the world is waiting for this finished project. And after you get it complete, you're going to give yourself a big pat on the back and celebrate. Now, with that said, go forth and have a positive and productive day. Hey there, this is Kim Sutton, host of the Positive Productivity Podcast, and I just want to take a quick moment to thank you for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it and were inspired, I would love to hear your feedback. Please take a moment or two and visit the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or on my website at thekimsutton.com to leave your rating or review. I'd also like to invite you to join the Positive Productivity Book Club and to find out more about my coaching packages by visiting thekimsutton.com. Until the next episode, I hope you have a positive and productive day.